Welcome to the From FreeNAS to TrueNAS Products for the Home and Data Center webinar. This webinar will bring you up to date on the history of IX systems, how open source is part of our DNA, and briefly touch on our server products before diving into the portfolio of storage solutions available from IX systems. I'm Nick Principe, Technical Marketing Engineer at IX Systems, and with me is Matt Finney, IX Systems Director of Worldwide Sales. Matt, would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, this is Matt Finney. I'm the Director of Worldwide Sales for IX Systems. I've been with the company for about 11 years at this point, and I'm really happy to be here with you today.
A friendly reminder that you can view this webinar in full screen with the button below. I will try to get to your questions at the end of the webinar. For now, let's get right to our presentation. So, what does IX do for the world? Can you tell me more about that?
Sure, that's a great question. For years, we've built custom server configurations that solve complex industry problems. Many customers were using these servers for file sharing services. So in 2011, we introduced our storage division. As you can see, our company history is really interesting. We're completely self-funded and debt-free, and we are profitable, which is an anomaly in the Silicon Valley, that's for sure. Some of our biggest claims to fame are really the fact that we're leaders in open source storage solutions. I'm sure many of you on today's webinar are familiar with FreeNAS. We are the company behind FreeNAS development and provide that for the open source community. We also are the company behind a desktop version of FreeBSD that's called TrueOS. So both FreeNAS and TrueOS are based on FreeBSD as the underlying operating system. So at IX Systems, we have the most FreeBSD developers of any company really other than Google, and we've contributed over 1 million lines of code. And then what you'll see on the right is the various product portfolios that we offer. So we are experts in servers, enterprise storage, and converged data center solutions. So as a company today, we have over 150 employees, 40% of which are engineers. We have offices in both California, located in the heart of the Silicon Valley in San Jose, as well as Tennessee. And then we have remote employees and developers worldwide. Yeah, so as you can see, we've shipped around an exabyte of actual storage in our company's history. In 2017, we shipped nearly 250 petabytes of flash and hard drive storage, and this was a 30% growth compared to 2016. And as kind of noted on the slide here, we are averaging a 40% year-over-year growth in our overall storage revenue since 2012, effectively when our storage products were launched. We have many customers that have deployed more than a petabyte of storage, such as McGill University. We actually have a case study on our website regarding this. Fast forward to 2018, and with the introduction of object storage and many customers deploying a private cloud with TrueNAS and FreeNAS, we only expect the storage under management to grow even faster. Well, as you can see on this slide, really open source is at the heart of everything IX Systems does. So as you can see, we contribute to numerous open source projects, FreeNAS probably being the one we're most well known for. We also contribute to FreeBSD. FreeNAS also utilizes OpenZFS as the file system, so we are contributors to the OpenZFS project. And we also sponsor some various Linux projects such as Slackware Linux.
Let's get into the products. What's offered by IX Systems?
This is a quick breakdown of the various business lines that IX Systems offers. Today we're going to be focusing on our storage appliances, but as we've talked about previously, we do a lot of software development around various open source projects, and then on top of that, we do offer a full custom server line where we are a system integrator that designs servers around your specific business needs and use cases.
I heard that you've worked with a number of well-known customers. Can you tell us about that?
IX Systems has thousands of clients around the world. We're listing a few of them here, and many of these companies we've worked with for a decade or longer. Some of the notable ones we discussed a little earlier, McGill University, with over a petabyte of TrueNAS storage deployed. We've worked with multiple government agencies and labs over the years. And then we're also seeing a lot of traction in the media and entertainment space, working with companies such as NBC and Fox on various storage-related projects. Since we're going to be discussing IX Systems storage line, it makes sense for us to talk a little bit about what FreeNAS is. FreeNAS is the world's most popular storage operating system. We have over 200,000 active users of FreeNAS and over 10 million downloads over the life of the project. As you can see, it is a fully featured storage OS. We are supporting file and block level protocols. It has a graphical user interface that makes it extremely easy to manage. It has numerous enterprise features and functionality, such as the ability to do hybrid storage, snapshot replication, object storage, and it's continuing to be advanced as we add new features and functionality to it over time.
That's great information, Matt. Tell us more about the storage products offered at IX Systems.
This is the overall snapshot of the IX Systems storage portfolio. So as you can see, our portfolio starts with the FreeNAS Mini. This is utilized for home use and or small office buildings. It is very cost effective, and it obviously provides all the features and functionality we just discussed regarding the FreeNAS OS. As you move up the stack of our storage line and get into more mission critical business applications, that's where you come across TrueNAS. We'll talk about TrueNAS a little bit later, but TrueNAS is more for the mission critical or business essential use cases that a open source solution may not be able to provide. And this product line, starting at the FreeNAS Mini, goes all the way to our TrueNAS Z50, which is an all-flash storage array.
The FreeNAS Mini sounds like an ideal solution for my home use. Can you tell us more about the Mini product line?
So we'll start off with the FreeNAS Mini and the Mini XL to talk about in a little more detail. So the FreeNAS Mini and Mini XL are available via Amazon, as well as you can purchase these directly from ixsystems.com. We give you the option of either purchasing the system fully configured with drives, or you can also purchase the systems without any drives populated and supply your own. The FreeNAS Mini, in addition to providing either 4 hard drive bays on the FreeNAS Mini or 8 hard drive bays on the Mini XL, does also give you room to add a slog device, or essentially a write cache SSD, an L2ARC, which is a ZFS term to accelerate reads, so a read cache SSD, and we also do support 10 gig on the FreeNAS Mini product portfolio. These systems start at under $1,000, and then depending on storage capacity, go up from there. This product is most suitable for home use or small offices that need a reliable storage solution that is easy to use.
That sounds great. Can you get into the more detailed specifications for both the Mini and the Mini XL?
The FreeNAS Mini, both the Mini and the Mini XL, it's an incredibly hardware platform for what you're getting. These systems come with 16 gigs or 32 gigs of memory standard. It has an 8-core Intel CPU and comes with 1 gig Ethernet on board with the optional addition of dual 10 gig ports. All the hard drive bays are hot swappable. It has a lockable case door, and then the read and write caches are mounted internally, but they are optional add-ons to the FreeNAS Mini. Total capacity on the Mini XL can go up to 48 terabytes by utilizing 6 8 terabyte hard drives. And to touch on again, I mean, here is a quick snapshot of the various use cases that the FreeNAS Mini fits. Again, these are non-mission critical, but we do have a number of customers that are using these for general media storage. We have customers using these for surveillance video storage, general office file sharing, or home file sharing, as well as replication, meaning that we have multiple customers that deploy FreeNAS Mini solutions in different locations and utilize snapshot replication between the two systems.
Does IX Systems offer another FreeNAS solution that's geared more towards the data center?
That's where the FreeNAS certified line comes in. FreeNAS certified storage solutions gives you storage that is built and tested by the same company that brings you FreeNAS. Every FreeNAS certified configuration is highly configurable to meet your particular use case. FreeNAS software has a lot of features, and the FreeNAS certified storage hardware can be purchased with or without drives, just like the FreeNAS Mini, and is available on hard drive, flash-powered hybrid, or all-flash configurations. FreeNAS will come pre-installed on a mirrored internal flash boot device. If you like, IX Systems can perform RAID configuration as well. If you want to deploy FreeNAS, this is really the easy button, where we're utilizing our experience building the software and getting optimized hardware to make all the right recommendations.
What are the different models available in the FreeNAS certified line?
So for a quick snapshot of the FreeNAS line, you can see here that we offer the FreeNAS certified portfolio in 1U, 2U, or 4U solutions. And so that's essentially 1U 4 drive bays, 2U 12 drive bays, or a 4U 24 drive base solution. We also do an all-flash 2U FreeNAS certified that has 26 2.5-inch drive bays. Depending on the FreeNAS certified solution you go with, it will either utilize an E3 CPU or an E5 Xeon CPU. These are single CPU solutions with a wide range of memory starting at 16 gigs of memory all the way up to 512 gigs, depending on your performance needs and use case. We offer a variety of networking options from 2 gig E Ethernet ports all the way up to dual 40 gig ports on the FreeNAS certified. The entire solution is a server grade hardware platform, redundancy on the power supplies, hot swap hard drives, mirrored internal boot devices, and it is a high quality platform for your non-mission critical storage needs.
What are the ideal use cases for a FreeNAS certified?
So the FreeNAS certified line makes a lot of sense for the non-mission critical storage projects you have. Maybe this is for lab storage, maybe this is for development, but it is based on our open source software. And what that means is we consider FreeNAS to be supported by the open source community. So while you will get a outstanding hardware support on any FreeNAS certified line, which comes with a 3-year hardware warranty standard, we are not providing support on the FreeNAS OS itself because we do view it as being community supported and open source. So you can think of the FreeNAS certified line as one of your most cost-effective options with numerous enterprise features to fit any of the use cases you see on your screen right now, but I would not consider it to be suitable for mission-critical applications that need full-blown support contracts and SLAs because it is based on open source software.
Do you have a storage product for mission-critical applications?
For customers that do have mission-critical needs, that's really why we developed the TrueNAS storage line, and that's what we're going to talk about next. So TrueNAS is our enterprise storage appliance. This is where customers that require high availability, 24/7 support contracts. This is one of the, I shouldn't say one of, I think it is the most cost-effective enterprise storage appliance on the market with one of the lowest TCOs in the industry. We also have a very different approach of how we develop TrueNAS. Primarily the fact that we do base TrueNAS on the FreeNAS OS. So a couple things about that. We touched on earlier, we have 200,000 active FreeNAS users. So we're constantly getting feedback on all of our software releases, and we're being utilized in a variety of use cases around the world. This gives us incredible QA for the TrueNAS software. And so what we do is we utilize the FreeNAS community from a testing perspective by providing them a great product, completely open source and free of charge. But we leverage that into creating a rock solid, fully supported storage appliance, which is called TrueNAS, and then also offer some unique enterprise features in TrueNAS that just aren't possible for us to provide in FreeNAS.
What are the differences between FreeNAS and TrueNAS?
So what we're looking at right now is the major differences between TrueNAS and FreeNAS. So you can think of TrueNAS as a full-featured appliance. It's hardware and software combined in an appliance that allows us to not only provide the support that you would expect, since it is a completely modular design, we also are able to add in functionality for things like high availability, where we have dual controllers doing active-active support. We also, because it is an appliance, are able to get certifications for VMware, Citrix, and Veeam, to name a few, which just isn't possible for us to do on the open source side. So you can think of TrueNAS as a enterprise storage appliance based on our open source operating system that also is one of the reasons we can get the best QA in the industry, because of all the testing the open source users do with those 200,000 active users and 10 million downloads. We were also able to add full fiber tunnel support into TrueNAS. We do support 16 and 32 gig fiber tunnel today. And a big piece of this is the support aspect. So in the case of TrueNAS, we can provide full support. And part of this is we know the exact hardware platform that we're working on. So we can provide 24/7 support SLAs. Every component in a TrueNAS system is also modular. So it's the concept of a controller. And our support contracts allow us to do full controller swaps. So the TrueNAS use cases are really mission critical storage that really just can't take downtime and that you need to have fully supported. You can see some of the common use cases here. Databases, surveillance storage, big data, virtualization is one of the most common use cases for TrueNAS, and as well as just general purpose file sharing.
Can you tell me more about the different TrueNAS models?
This is the quick snapshot of the TrueNAS storage line. The entry level is really our X10 and X20. These systems do provide good performance, but they are built to be a more cost-effective storage solution. So they do provide flexibility in terms of expansion. They can support up to 72 drives via connection of expansion shelves. This is a 2U appliance with various expansion shelf options. It does support hybrid storage on the X10 and the X20, meaning that you will have caching SSDs for reads and write cache. And then we support anywhere from 1 gig, 10 gig, or up to 16 gig fiber channel. So as you can see with total storage capacity, our X20, for instance, can get up to 720 terabytes of raw capacity. And if you consider storage optimization, so things like compression and deduplication, you can think of it as 1.8 petabytes of optimized storage. Now, when you look at the M40 and the N50 line, these solutions are built for more expandability and higher performance. So the M40 can support up to 144 drives, effectively the drives located in the M40 plus the expansion shelves. We can go up to 40 gig on the networking. And this solution provides around 2 petabytes of raw capacity before storage optimization. And if you, again, factor in compression, deduplication, and so forth, this could mean that you get 6 petabytes of storage under an optimized scenario.
Can you describe the M series that was recently launched and specifically what use cases it addresses?
So as you move into the M40 and the M50, these are built for additional scalability as well as improved performance. So the M40 and the M50, for instance, we're one of the first storage companies to utilize NVDIMMs for our write cache device. This is to accelerate writes, and basically what an NVDIMM is DDR4 memory that has a supercap or a flash backup, so to speak, to protect against power loss. This is the fastest caching layer you can possibly get, and it comes standard on both the M40 and the M50. So that's just one of the performance aspects that you're looking at on an M40 or M50. And then, like I said, they're also built for additional drive capacity. So the M40, for instance, can support 144 hard drives via up to 2 expansion shelves, and it can support up to 40 gig networking. You also, in addition to the NVDIMM, which is utilized for the write cache, you also have SAS SSDs that can be utilized as a read cache on the M40. So the M40 in total can get you to 2 petabytes of raw storage capacity, or you can think of it as 6 petabytes if you factor in optimization such as compression. The M50 is built to be both our most expandable as well as the highest performing TrueNAS appliance that we offer. And this system is really quite impressive. Not only does it utilize NVDIMM for the write cache, it also utilizes NVMe drives, which are orders of magnitude faster than a SSD for the read cache device. This solution supports 100 gig networking standard. We do also offer options for 40 gig and 10 gig. And it can support up to 744 drives that gets you to 10 petabytes of raw capacity. The M50 is also designed for optimal performance, where we start with a minimum of 256 gigs of RAM per controller, but we actually support on the M50 all the way up to 1.5 terabytes of memory. And if you think of that amount of cache on a single controller, it is one of the fastest storage appliances on the market. Now the Z50 is our all-flash array. So this is utilizing all SAS SSDs up to 112 drives via 4 expansion shelves, up to 40 gig networking. So this provides you with 430 terabytes of raw SSD storage. And the reason that we have a much higher optimized number on the Z50 is this appliance is also more suitable for deduplication. And in a typical deduplication use case, if a Z50 was being utilized for VM storage, you can get a 10x storage optimization ratio off of the base storage amount.
All right, we've received some questions, and I'd like to address those now. The first question is, what's the difference between a FreeNAS Mini, a FreeNAS Certified, and a TrueNAS? If you're looking for desktop storage, then look no further than the FreeNAS Mini. It provides robust small office and home office NAS storage for all your media and files. If you're interested in rack-mounted options, then look at the FreeNAS Certified and TrueNAS lines. You should look at FreeNAS Certified if you have a small office or medium office, you don't want an HA configuration, you're not interested in Citrix Zen Server, Microsoft Hyper-V, Veeam Backup, or VMware vSphere certification, you don't need software support, or you're looking for non-critical or nearline storage. Choose TrueNAS when you're looking for business essential or mission-critical storage, or want the certifications I listed before, or you need software support. Our next question is, I need hundreds of terabytes to keep my backups. Is this a use case for TrueNAS? Yes, in fact, about half our customers use TrueNAS to store their backup images. TrueNAS supports iSCSI and Fibre Channel that most backup products prefer. TrueNAS has also been certified for Veeam Backup and is on their hardware compatibility list. Our next question is, does TrueNAS support drive sparing? We get this question a lot. There's no need to have spare drives on a shelf or something else in the lab. You can simply place them in your appliance. In the event of a failure, the spare drive will take over for the failed drive, and only the active data is rebuilt onto the new drive. Our next question is, does TrueNAS support VMware? This is another question we get a lot. Yes, TrueNAS supports VMware and is on the VMware hardware compatibility list. About half our customers use TrueNAS to store their VMs and present storage to their VMs over iSCSI or NFS. For VMware, TrueNAS works with ESXi 5.5 through 6.5 and supports VAAI, Storage I/O control, and Storage DRS. TrueNAS also has a vCenter plugin and has been certified for VAAI Block and VAAI NAS. TrueNAS snapshots are integrated with vSphere snapshots, and VMware consistent snapshots will be listed in the TrueNAS GUI. Our last question is, can I buy TrueNAS and get support in Europe? Yes, TrueNAS is sold through resellers in Europe, so let us know if you'd like more information. We also offer the award-winning TrueNAS white glove support worldwide. So whether your organization just needs basic 8x5 support or requires around-the-clock support with on-site spares and parts replacement, TrueNAS enables your organization to purchase exactly the support it needs. So we're sorry we can't get to all the questions today, but we will try to email you back with responses to any individual questions that we didn't already address. So Matt, I really appreciate you taking the time to tell us about the storage products that IX Systems offers. To everyone watching, on the slide are listed some resources that you can use. To help you learn more, all attendees will be subscribed to the IX Systems newsletter.
Well, thanks very much, everyone, for joining us today. I do encourage you to let us know if you have any questions, but I really appreciate you taking the time to listen in.
Okay, that wraps it up for today. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar.